Here, January is a date title. Autofill by placing the cursor at the bottom corner. Drag the crosshair to extend the range to December. But these dates are text values, not ideal for formatting and functions. Let's use serial numbers for all dates. Delete. Serial number begins at 1. It's the first day since December 31st, 1899. 1 becomes January 1st, 1900. 2 is the second day since December 31st, 1899, becoming January 2nd, 1900. So 43,131 days have passed since December 31st, 1899, becoming January 31st, 2018 in date format. No need to remember serial numbers as we will enter dates in the order of month / day / 2 digits for the year. The entry order of month first rather than day first is according to this PC's Windows region setting. Let's use the end of month function, EO month, reference the January date, advance by 1 month, turning this into February. Grab the crosshair and extend to December. Now these are serial numbers. Let's format as dates. Highlight the row, Control 1, Custom. We could try MMM, M, that's the full month name, plus the day, comma, YYYY, 4 characters for the year. Delete the December 31st, 1899. We have our end of month dates for each column, but it's too wide for presentation. Let's go back to Control 1 and let's show abbreviated month, take out the day, and show 4 characters for the year. Let's shorten our column width. This is one way. For presentation, let's try spelling the month name in full. This looks good for presentation. If we were to have another January to December for 2019 and 2020, then each column has no reference to the year. We could add the year above the month name, like so. Extend to December. For the total, we can also use the reference pointing to January. So if we do have year 2019, if we were to copy this and update the January to point it to end of month, referencing the previous date, December, advanced by 1 month, turning this into January 2019, then everything else will update. Same thing, we can extend the titles to 2020 or 2021. Excellent. Let's delete these examples. Let's add a year-to-date total. Let's add a range total. Center. Let's add a cutoff date for our year-to-date total. September 30th, 2018. Let's use the end of month function again. Start date, and we're not advancing further. We'll keep it at 0. to maintain last day of September, 0, a date. So if the user enters September 1st, 2018, our end of month function has the logic to say any day within this month will recognize it as September 30th. Still September 30th. Like so. This date hasn't changed. So because of that, we can then format this entry custom, and we will use abbreviated month and 4 characters for the year. We don't need to show the day because it's irrelevant for the month cutoff. So let's show this formula. Let's use SUMIF. Our range is our date titles. Lock this. Our criteria is the dates that are less than or equal to our date up here, our cutoff date, end of month, referencing September, lock the row, 0, close bracket for end of month, comma, in our sum range will be our data. Close bracket on SUMIF, 47,500, checking from January through to September, 47,500. Double click. Total, 794,400 is the range from January through to September, and then we see it down at the bottom. For our range total, let's put a from date. Let's try April 1st, 2018 to September 30th, 2018. Let's add logic for our from date to recognize it as the first of the month. So 0 recognizes April to be the last day of the month. Let's show this. Here. Come back to the 0. If we turn this to -1, that means we go back 1 month to March. This date here will be the last day of March. So let's add 1 day to the last day of March, April 1st. Our user could enter April 2nd, 2018, and will recognize the entry as the first day of the month. Let's try this again. April 15th, 2018, still the first. April 30th, still the first. Let's use the function of end of month again for the to date, using 0 to maintain it within the month of September. Let's show our formulas. Let's use SUMIF S for our range total. Our sum range is the data row. Criteria range 1 is our date titles. Lock that down. Comma. Our criteria is greater or equal to our from date, which is April 1st. This is our formula already done. April 1st, lock the row, -1 plus 1 second criteria, back to our date title, lock it, criteria is less than or equal to our to date, which is our formula here already, end of month, referencing our to date, lock the row, 0 for September 30th, close bracket on end of month, close bracket on sum if S. 35,200 is the range between April through to September, shown at the sum total down below. Double click. $568,000 from April through to September, total shown below matches. Excellent. We can delete this. And now format these dates as month, abbreviated, 4 characters for the year, center, and let's highlight our input cells as light blue, and this is also our input cell. We'll highlight January. Let's add range percentage of annual total. Which is our range total divided by our annual total. Format as percent with 1 percentage point. Double click. Bold with a top border. Next, back to Control 1, Format Cells. We've been using the Custom category. But there's a Date category with these selections. Why didn't we use any of these selections? For that, let's highlight all of the columns except for January. Hide. We'll delete the year as well. Let's change the date to be 1/6/12. This date is ambiguous. It could be either January 6, 2012 or June 1st, 2012 or could the last 2 digits be the month or the day rather than the year? It depends on our computer's region short date setting. This is our window setting, time and language, date and time, additional date and time, region. Short date is month first, followed by day and year. The other selection is day, month, year. Or year comes first, as in this case, 2 digits for the year, 2 digits for the month, and day is the last field. As an example, I will select day, month, year. Apply, OK, close this, close this. Back to here. Now, this is still January 6, 2012, but it's displayed with day first. So that ambiguity has to be mitigated with month indicated with letters, not numbers. Back to Control 1 again. So the second selection, we've looked at the full month name with the day, comma, with the year. But that widens a column too much, which doesn't make it too pretty for presentation. We do have the next one where the year is 4 characters. So that takes care of the year, but it still doesn't take care of the month, where 06 and 01 is still ambiguous. If we go down to the last selection, this is where month is spelled out in abbreviated format, but still, but the month is in the middle field, versus in Canada and US, the standard is month comes first. So we do have to come to custom, and we do have to use month, 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 followed by year, 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 like so. And to show it with the day, D comma. This format will take away all ambiguity. All right, let's return back to using month, month, month with the name spelled out in full. Let's go back to window settings, time and language, additional time and date, region. Change my short date back to month, day, then year. Apply, OK, close this, 31st, 2018. And let's bring back our year, bring back our columns. Standardize dates using serial numbers. Custom format using a non-ambiguous presentation style as either abbreviated month and 4 characters for the year, or abbreviated month with the day, comma, 4 characters for the year, or full month name with the year indicated above. And there you have it. Check out other videos in our Standardize This series, share with your colleagues, and thanks for watching.